हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम है फजल। आप देख रहे हैं एमएफए सिविल इंजीनियरिंग। टॉपिक इज हाइड्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स ऑन अ surfaces. Basically in this video we are going to learn a different force acting on a different surfaces by the fluid element when the fluid is in contact with the surface and fluid is in stationary condition. When any substance or any surface which are available inside the fluid and fluid is in stationary condition, then there is a two major force which are acting on this fluid element or the substance. One is a pressure force, the force exerted by the surround fluid element on this surface. This force act normal to the surface of the substance. Second is a weight which act vertically downward direction. Now let's understand total pressure and the center of pressure. First is a total pressure. Total pressure can be defined as the force exerted by the static fluid on this surface. Either this surface may be a plane or a curve when the fluid is in contact with the surface. This pressure always act normal to the surface. Now center of the pressure. The point of application of this total pressure on the surface is called as the center of pressure. Depending on the various submerged condition of the surfaces, the pressure, total pressure and the center of pressure may be varies. There are four possible cases in which the total pressure and the center of pressure varies. First case is a vertical plane surface. Second case is a horizontal plane surface, and third is a inclined plane surface, and the last is a curved surface. Now let's understand every surfaces and the expression for the pressure and the center of pressure in detail. Now the first case is a vertical plane surface. Consider a vertical plane surface of irregular shape available inside the fluid. Let A is the total area of this surface, h bar is the distance from a center of gravity to the free surface of the fluid, G is a point of the center of gravity, P is a point of the center of pressure, and H star is a distance from the center of pressure to the free surface of this fluid. Now the total pressure which are acting on this surface can be calculated by dividing this entire surface into number of the small strips, and by calculating a pressures force which are acting on these strips, and by integrating these forces we can calculate the total forces which are acting on this surface. Now consider a small strip of thickness dh and the width b. On this surface, the pressure force which are acting on these strips is equal to the force is equal to pressure into area. Now for the small strip, the force is a small, then the pressure is equal to rho g, and to h is the height from the surface of the fluid, that is a h, into area of the strip is dh into b is a width. Now this is a rho g h into b into dh. Now the total force can be obtained by integrating this force. The total force is equal to the integration of the df, which is equal to the integration of rho g h b into dh. Rho g is a constant value for the fluid, then it is get outside the integration, that is rho g integration of h into b into d is the area of the strip, that is a dA. Now this value is the movement of the surface about the free surface of the fluid, which is equal to the area of the surface multiplied by the h bar, This is called as the height of these, the distance between the center of gravity to the free surface of the fluid. Then the total force is become density into acceleration due to gravity into total area into center of gravity to this free surface distance. This is the expression for the total force which are acting on this vertical plane surface. Now for the center of pressure in a vertical plane surface can be obtained by the principle of momentum, which is said that at any point the moment due to a resultant force which is equal to the sum of the moment of all the forces at that particular point. Now the moment of the force which are acting on the strip from the surface can be calculated, which is equal to the moment of surface is equal to force into distance. The force which are acting on these particular strips is equal to the rho g h b into dh multiplied by distance is height from the surface of this fluid. Now it is equal to rho g h h square b into dh. Now by integrating this value we can got the total momentum. Then total moment is equal to integration of rho g h square b into dh, which is equal to rho g is a constant, then integration of b into h square dh. This is the value of the moment of inertia of a surface about free surface of the fluid, which is equal to the rho into g into moment of inertia of a surface about free surface of the fluid. This is a total moment. Now by this principle of momentum, the moment due to a resultant forces, the force is a total F multiplied by the distance of the application is a h star, which is equal to the total momentum, that is a rho g into I0. Then h star is equal to the rho g I0 upon F. We are calculating the value of the force is a rho g into area into h bar, which is equal to rho g get cancelled. I0 moment of inertia of a surface about free surface of the fluid divided by area of the surface into center of gravity to free surface height. Now by the theorem of the parallel axis, I0, the moment of inertia on the free surface of the fluid is equal to moment of inertia about the center of gravity plus area of this surface into h bar square, distance from the center of gravity to the surface square. Now putting the value of the I0 is equal to the area h bar into h star, then area into h bar into h star is equal to moment of inertia along the center of gravity into area into h bar square. Now the h star center of gravity is equal to the Ig upon area into h bar plus area into h bar square divided by area into h bar, which is equal to moment of inertia along the center of gravity divided by the area into h bar plus area get cancelled, 1h bar get cancelled, that is h bar. Now h star is equal to Ig upon a into h bar plus h bar. This is the expression for the center of gravity, center of pressure of a vertical plane surface when this surface is available inside the fluid element. Now the second case is a horizontal plane surface. Consider one horizontal plane surface available inside the liquid at a distance of the h from the free surface. Now every point on this surface having an equal distance from the free surface of the fluid. In this situation, the center of pressure and the center of gravity concentrated at the same point. Now the total pressure or the pressure intensity at any point on this plane is equal to the rho into acceleration due to gravity into height, and the total force which are acting on this plane is equal to the pressure into area of this plane. The pressure is equal to rho into g into h bar. As every point having an equal height, I written h as a h bar is a center of gravity point to the free surface into area of this plane is a. F is equal to, this is the expression for this total pressure acting on the horizontal plane surface, and the center of pressure is equal to the h bar, as all the point on this plane having a equal distance from the free surface. Then center of pressure is equal to the h bar, that is h star is equal to h bar, which is equal to the h. Now the third case is an inclined plane surface. Consider one plane surface which is inclined at an angle of the theta with respect to the free surface, and let A is the area of this plane surface, h bar is the distance of the center of gravity to the free surface, h star is the distance from a center of pressure to the free surface. Now consider one plane which is at a OO, which is normal to this plane surface. Let y bar is a distance from the OO plane to the center of gravity. Now y star is a distance from the center of pressure to the OO plane. Theta is the angle of inclination. Let a small element on this plane as a dA. The small force which are acting on this area is a dF. Let h is the height of this small element from the free surface, and similarly y is the distance from this OO plane to this small element. Okay, now this is a theta. Then sin theta is equal to the opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite is, let this is a h, then hypotenuse, this length is equal to the y. Similarly, sin theta is equal to opposite h bar, and this hypotenuse length is equal to the y bar. Similarly, h star upon y star. Now the pressure force which are acting on this small area dF is equal to the pressure force, that is rho g into h into height of the application, and area of this small element is a dA. Now from this relation we know h is equal to y sin theta, that is rho g into y into sin theta into dA. Now total force acting on this plane surface can be obtained by integrating this value. Now the total force is equal to the integration of the dF, which is equal to the integration of the rho g y sin theta into dA, where rho g sin theta is a constant, taking out of the integration y into dA. Y into dA, this is a momentum of this plane surface on the OO plane, which is equal to the area into distance. Y bar is the distance from the center of gravity to the OO plane. Now the total force is equal to the rho g sin theta. This value become area of this plane multiplied by the y bar. We know y bar into sin theta from this relation. Y bar into sin theta is equal to the h bar. Then force is equal to the total force is equal to the rho g into area into h bar. This is the expression for the total force which are acting on this inclined plane surface inside the fluid element when the fluid is in rest condition. Now for the center of pressure, Center of pressure can be obtained by the principle of momentum, which is stated at any point due to a resultant momentum due to a resultant force is equal to the summation of all the forces or the moment of all the forces at that point. Now the moment for a small element from the surface is equal to the moment is equal to force into distance. We have calculated the force which are acting on this small element as rho g y sine theta into dA multiply by distance is a y. Now rho g y get y square sine theta into dA. Now total momentum or can be obtained by integrating this equation. Then total movement is equal to the integration of the rho g y square sine dA. Rho g sine theta is a constant. Rho g sine theta is constant. Taking out of the integration, then the value become y square into dA. Y square into dA is the moment of inertia of this plane surface along the OO surface, which is equal to the rho g sine theta into I0. Moment of inertia can be written as I0. Then from the momentum theorem, the moment due to a resultant forces, that is a force into y star is equal to summation of all the moment on that point, that is a rho g sine theta into I0. Now y star is equal to rho g sine theta I0 upon f. We are calculating the value of the f is equal to rho g into area into h bar. Rho g get cancelled, that is equal to the sine t I0 upon area into h bar. Now from this relation, h or the y star is equal to the h star upon sine theta. Now parallel axis theorem, I0 is equal to the Ig plus area into y bar square. Now using this value, y star is equal to the h star upon sine theta is equal to, this value is y star is equal to the sine of theta upon a into h bar. Now putting the value of the I0 is equal to Ig plus ay square in this position, then Ig plus area into y bar square. Sine theta taking to the other side of the equal, then h star is equal to the sine square theta into Ig upon area into h bar plus sine theta square into area into y bar square upon area into h bar. Area get cancelled. We know y bar is equal to the h bar upon sine theta, which is equal to the sine square theta Ig upon area into h bar plus sine theta into area get cancelled. Y bar is equal to h bar square upon sine theta square divided by h bar. Square theta sine square theta get cancelled, 1 h bar get cancelled. Now h star is equal to sine square theta into Ig divided by area into h bar is plus h bar. This is the expression for the center of pressure for the inclined plane surface. Now the fourth case is a curved surface. Consider a curved surface as a AB inside the static fluid at a distance of a height from the free surface. Now the pressure intensity at any point is equal to the rho g into h. Consider a small area of a dA, and the pressure force is along this small area dA is equal to the pressure, that is a rho g into h, into area of this small element as a dA. In the previous cases we got the total pressure which are acting on this particular plane by integrating this value, but in this situation, due to this curved surface, the normal force which are acting on the surface having a different direction from one point to the another point. Suppose in this area the pressure force direction is this way. In case of when we are considering this surface, the normal pressure force having this direction, so the direction get changes. By integrating this equation we cannot got the total pressure which are acting on this curved surface. In this case we have to resolve this force in a two component as a horizontal and the vertical component. Then dF is resolved in the horizontal component, is called as a dx is a horizontal, and dFy as a vertical. Now the resultant force, the resultant or the total pressure force we can obtain by this formula, Fx square plus Fy square. Fx is a summation of all the forces acting in a horizontal direction, and Fy is the summation of all the forces in a vertical direction. Fx can be obtained by integrating this equation, like Fx is then Fx dFx is equal to the rho g h into dA into sin theta. Similarly, dF of y is equal to rho g h dA into cos of theta. This is in a horizontal and this is in a vertical direction. Since that f of x we get by integrating this equation, that is rho g h dA into sin of theta, which is equal to the rho g is a constant, then h dA into sin of theta. Similarly, Fy is equal to the integration of this value rho g dA into h into cos of theta, which is equal to the rho g is a constant taking out of the integration, then h dA into cos of theta. This is the value of a total pressure force which are exerted on this surface AB, and rho g integration of h dA cos theta. This is the value for the all the liquid or the volume of the liquid balanced by this surface AB. Now the resultant force or the angle of inclination for the resultant force can be obtained by the formula tan of phi is equal to the f of y upon f of x. It gives the angle of inclination of a resultant forces from the horizontal direction. This is a resultant forces.